Are you constantly worried about and stressed out about money? Or to be more precise, the lack of thereof? Well, stupid question, right? Because everyone is. Who isn't stressed out about money? Because that's the part of the modern world, right? We're all making an X amount of money, but then when all the bills add up, then we have an X, Y, and Z to be paid, and it's never enough. So then we look for ways of making some extra money, and we are living in this state of, lacking something, lacking resources, lacking time. And we are not happy, generally speaking. And you may believe that that's the way things just are. That's the way things are. Everyone lives like that. You look around, and who isn't stressed out and worried about money? Maybe only the rich people, right? But they're a different breed, different species, yeah? We, the normal folk, we are just destined to be struggling at all times. And then at certain times, sometimes we get to experience fleeting moments of happiness when we're on holiday, and then we just get inevitably drawn back into the reality when we need to go back to our rat race, 9 to 5, and we feel miserable most of the time. And so it goes on and on and on till we retire, and even then we probably won't have enough because of the inflation and other factors that are going to decimate our pension funds, and we'll be basically miserable. Now, let me break it to you. All of these worries and stresses, they're not about the money. It's hard to probably believe that at first, but they're not about the money at all. They're about how you feel internally, how you feel about yourself to begin with. It's very important, because every relationship and interaction with the external world that you have actually stems from your own relationship with yourself, how you perceive yourself, how you feel about yourself. And if you have decided at some point in your life, and that was most likely a subconscious decision, that you're not worthy, that you're lesser than that you're insignificant, if you've made those subconscious decisions at some point, then you will be experiencing this lack of resources throughout your entire life. It's just the way it goes. You will never feel enough, and that lack of something will reflect as a lack of money as well, and you won't be able to enjoy your life regardless of the amount of money that you're going to make. How do I know that? Because I've been there, and I've gone through all of those emotions, feelings, and experiences myself. I was in a position a few years ago where I was making a decent income. We were living comfortably, yet I was constantly stressed out and worried. The more money I was making, the more afraid I was of losing it. And I was making these crazy budgets. I was trying to budget for everything, for the groceries and bills, and then I was following some financial advice that one needs to have a rainy day fund, and this fund, and start a pension investment fund. And the more I was looking into it, the more desperate I became, when realizing that I'm nowhere near enough those income levels that would be considered as secure, and that sense of insecurity was just permeating my life, and I was miserable. Not so much anymore, because I've healed. I've healed all of those emotions. I've integrated them. I've accepted them. The feeling of insignificant, that I'm lesser than, that I'm very small, that the world is not a secure place, you know. All of those feelings I've looked upon, I've accepted them, and I've healed myself internally. And I've done it with the help of a specialist. And now I can finally enjoy life. I can feel the sunshine on my skin. And there's no worries. There's no worries, no anxiety. It's about living in the moment.